In the 1930s, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, faced a crime wave unlike anything the city had ever seen. A sinister network they called the Pittsburgh Poison Ring. And yet, most people today have never even heard of it. It was a dark, sprawling conspiracy that left a trail of bodies across the city. A sinister network they called the Pittsburgh Poison Ring. This wasn't your typical criminal enterprise. It was a tangled web of fortune-tellers, petty criminals, and desperate people who used arsenic like it was currency. Imagine that. A city where poison was traded in back alleys and whispered about in hushed tones. Dozens, possibly hundreds, of deaths were linked to this ring. The motive. Usually, it was a simple, brutal insurance scam. A policy was taken out, a life was taken, and a payout was collected. The victims often suffered from mysterious illnesses that baffled doctors. They would waste away, their symptoms mimicking natural diseases until it was too late. The heart of this network was a ringleader, a woman who supposedly kept her deadly recipe hidden inside a book of folk magic. In the city's Hill District, people whispered that certain women had the power to kill a man with just a single teaspoon of what they called the good powder. The stories that came out were horrifying. More than one doctor reported that the bodies they examined were so ravaged by poison, their internal organs practically crumbled to the touch. The arsenic had burned them from the inside out, leaving behind a telltale sign that this was no natural death. For years, the ring operated in the shadows, its members growing bolder with each successful murder. Eventually, as these things often do, the ring collapsed under the weight of its own greed and violence. Police cracked the case, and the conspirators were rounded up. But even after the arrests and trials, the stories didn't stop. In fact, they only grew more strange. People said the ringleader placed a curse on anyone who betrayed her, a final act of vengeance from behind bars. Legends started to circulate that the ghosts of the victims still haunt the streets where they died, their restless spirits, unable to find peace. It's a chilling reminder that some stories refuse to stay buried. They linger in the shadows of a city's history, waiting to be rediscovered. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the crossroads of history and mystery. And if you enjoy these stories of shadows and the supernatural, you'll love the Echoes of the Night series. You can grab your copy on the TikTok shop, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or get a signed copy directly from the author at michaelambrest.com. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.